What is up, flock? Phoenix over here, and welcome back to Farming Sim 22 Phoenix Moment. This is where we talk about everything on last week, and there's going to be a whole bunch to go over for last week, everything's on this week, and so on. So, before we get into last week and everything that was last week, let's go ahead and thank our YouTube members real quick. We do have to thank Mr. Zcast Pajamas. We have to thank Mr. Noah 12, Mr. Chevy Cooper, Mr. Keegan F04, Mr. James Tonic, Mr. JT Bethards Gaming, Mr. Dylan Rupert, Mr. Dustin Lemke, and Mr. Brad. It's just Mr. Brad. No, not Brad, just Mr. Brad. Anyway, thank you guys so very much for your continued support. It does mean a lot to me. I say it every week because I mean it every single week, and you guys are awesome. Just put it out there. I'm sorry to rush through that and get through that, but we do have a lot to talk about last week. First up, where was Thursday and Friday's videos? Yeah, we got so busy, and we had incoming snow, and there were some issues going on. There was so much going on that I didn't have time to upload videos for either day. I didn't even get them recorded. Well, Ready or Not was already recorded. Actually, it was already rendered. I could just upload it, but we got super busy. So, it is what it is. When you have kids and, weather and all that, it never ends. It never ends. Where was I Saturday? I have made an announcement that Saturday I was not going to stream because it was the Royal Rumble night. And I'm a wrestling nerd. It doesn't bother me if you think I'm a geek for watching wrestling or anything. I'm a wrestling mark. I love watching wrestling. Not so much WWE, but the Royal Rumble is my favorite pay-per-view. Always has been. Premium live content. Even though this one severely let me down, I kind of wish now that I would have just streamed in its place, because, good lord, it was redonkulous. It was just how awful it was. There was nothing that stuck out to me as being awesome. Like, I hated how a couple of the matches ended. A couple of matches I had no interest in whatsoever, and a couple of them just really was let down, including the freaking Royal Rumble, the matches themselves, the men's Royal Rumble and the females Royal Rumble. They were just god awful. God awful, and so predictable. It's so predictable that when Brock Lesnar lost his title earlier in the night, I looked at my wife and I was like, he's going to be the number 30 entrant from the men's Royal Rumble, and he's going to win it, and he's going to go and face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Number 30 hits, Brock Lesnar's music comes out, he just goes through and just starts throwing everybody out of the ring, he wins. I was like, I looked at my wife, was like, that I called it, like, to the T. He comes out, number 30, wins. It's so predictable. It was so predictable. It was just overall just a bad match. Not only that is the people that are calling legends these days are like, just, they're not. They're just kind of people that used to work for the company. I guess nowadays, if you work for WWE, you're a legend. I guess if you no longer work with them, it was really embarrassing. Really embarrassing. It doesn't help that like all the true legends are now working for like AEW. Anyway, or other companies, because you have like Matt Hardy and stuff working for AEW. You got Team Malenko working for AEW. All those good wrestlers. Now they just got like I don't even notice half of them. And anyway, I'm rambling on too much about the Royal Rumble, and I apologize. I guess I'm trying to avoid the next bit of news I have to say, and that is Mrs. Fifi's father has passed away as well. We learned that he passed away shortly after midnight on Sunday morning. So that was something else we were dealing with last week. I don't know how much to to say what I can say, what I can't. He just he just, yeah. And there was just some other stuff going on, and it took priority. Family comes first. I've said that to everybody who says, "Oh, I can't be here because I got to do stuff for family and all that." Family comes first, man. And yeah, I should say some family comes first, but anyway, we're not gonna go into detail there. But yeah, so I say that with a bit of be prepared. You know, things could like end up looking like last week. I'm gonna try to get as much recorded tonight as I can. I'm even recording this. I'm recording this on Sunday night instead of Friday night like I usually do. So I'm gonna try and get as much recorded tonight. I felt like Friday night was better to, you know, just be with her, and because that we knew what was coming. So yeah, so just be prepared that not everything might go up this week. So family first. I just hopped right out my tractor. What else last week? I'm not like going into too much detail. It was a lot. I just looked at it, I was like, I said there was going to be a lot for last week, and it's only like 6 minutes long. And I've already zoomed through. I'm not going into too much detail because some of the stuff is private, but it was a lot, and I hope everybody understands that. Also, the next another thing, and I'll touch on it in next week's video. I was dealing with a wet floor, and I just didn't really want to sit at my computer and have my feet sitting on a soaking wet floor. Yeah, it's not fun. We'll talk about that. Yeah, I guess that's all for last week then, and we can move on to this week and what to expect this week. Like I said, so everything rolled now. Yes. What to expect this week? Like I said, it could be hit and miss, and it all depends on how this week plays out. And you know, I won't know until it comes. So be prepared for that. But I'm currently playing a Feenix moment on Monday. If you're watching it now, you know that. If you're not watching it now, well, then you don't know what's happening for the rest of the week. That's simple. Second video for today will probably be a mod spotlight, I think, because of Tuesday. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a ATS mod spotlight this week, simply because my floor is still wet. Like maybe it's not. Maybe it has. Nope. Still a little damp. I've had a fan on it. I don't know what happened. Why? When my desk was on the other side of the living room, I used to get really wet back there, and that was. I have this feeling that before we moved in, they upgraded and keep upgraded in quotations because it's not really an upgrade if it causes this issue. They upgraded the back door to the point where they put in some tiling. They like ripped up the floor and put some tiling down and all that. And well, you know, now it's every time it rains a lot, and we've been getting a lot of snow, and the snow's been melting, the floor would get just soaked. And I told them about it, like, oh, we'll look into it, but they never do. So yeah, I've been dealing with that, and I guess now that I'm back here, it's doing the same thing. I have no clue. It's getting absolutely ridiculous, and it's been like wet for a week, so I'm constantly putting fans on it, and you know, they're not going to do anything because now everything's going back in place where everybody's getting locked out and all this other bull crap, and it's just utter complete nonsense. I got to go roll that. Whoops. This is complete nonsense that they're not going to fix it. And well, they're not going to fix anything anyway because they're talking about upgrading in a couple years. They're going to completely just like redo everything and all the. Anyway, so I went off on a wild tangent there when it comes to ATS, but until the floor gets sorted out, I really don't feel comfortable putting my wheels down there, or my pedals down there. So we might have to hold off on the ATS mod spotlights until then, unfortunately, because I don't really want to go back to using a keyboard and mouse to steer my truck. I've tried that when I was like setting up for some screenshots to post on Instagram, and I failed horribly. So yeah, I don't think I can go back doing that and for any extended period of time. But anyway, if I end up doing it, and Lake will go up on second Monday. If not, Lake will go up on second on Tuesday, and Strand Deep will be moved up to the first video, and then Mod Spotlight will go up on Monday. We'll see how it goes. It really all depends on the floor. So Wednesday, though, will definitely be a Mod Spotlight. There's plenty of mods to do all 3 days, I think, this week. So, might just do all 3 days. We'll see how it goes. Secondary video for Wednesday will be a Feenix Plays. I'm not quite sure what I have to. I do have big games to cover, but I'm not quite sure which ones off the top of my head. So yeah, we'll see. And then Thursday will be a Ready or Not video. We do have a huge update for January, so we got to play some more, because I even got through the last stuff yet, unfortunately, so I still have a couple of weeks of content left from the where we played before, but there's new updates, so we got to play some more of it. Secondary video for Thursday will be Merge My See if I get to it, and then Friday will be a Mod Spotlight if I get to it. We will be streaming Farming Friday, and then we will be doing something on Saturday, not quite sure what. It depends on who shows up and what everybody wants to play, and that's how those are going to play out. But that is all for me. I have to run real quick, so if you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like down below. If you guys do want to see future Feenix ones, be sure to click that subscribe button. If you guys want to be notified whenever I do go live or upload a video, be sure to click that notification bell. And as always, guys, thank you so very much for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.